What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, Part 3? Question mark? Is it Part 3? They released a key image with Ichigo, front and center, with two blades, hand-on two blades. So let's try it. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause. If I go too fast, his head is quite small. Behind an arm. Okay, so let's try. Go. I'll zoom in. And he's frowning pretty heavily. So just like a check mark. Get us going, right? Like that. And they add like a little section to color sort of brown or like orange, depending on the color of his hair that you do. Okay. His eye is in under there, and it's kind of like, it's kind of flat across the top. So it kind of like comes out from the eyebrow, right? So it goes, if my marker worked. So we'll go out this way, down the back. So thick enough sort of eyelid line. And then like his tear duct is kind of in this section. And then we go down. And up to there, and that's kind of the general shape for his eye. It's normally thicker here at the side. Right, he's kind of looking up. So a half circle for the iris and the pupil. Looking real intense and serious. Right, so his other eye is kind of hidden underneath his hair, but we'll draw it in as best we can. So we go with the eyebrow thing again. And his kind of head is turned away a bit. So this eyebrow, maybe it disappears under hair, so it might be a bit smaller. Okay, kind of 3/4 pose, and then that top eye lid line again. Right, and we'll go the bottom, sort of similar. Like so, and then bottom eyelid line, or sorry, iris line, should I say. Confusing myself. Coming down here, half circle just underneath the eyebrow, and then the pupil. So most of this now is covered by hair. Right, we can see like a little bit of a nose line, but it's just like basically just like that, and that's all they draw for it. So his fringe, all these fringe hair spikes coming across, right? So you just go spiking. Coming across his eyebrows, kind of a cluster of them in the middle, and then they go the other direction. And then down this way. This one goes behind his arm, but we'll draw them in, what we can see of them anyway. Right, so we can see a bit of his ear here. And then his jaw sort of comes down that way. And then sort of hair spikes, but kind of the back of his neck as well. comes down this way. And then these go all around the top of his head. Sort of classic sort of anime short hair spikes. All the way around. Again, they kind of disappear down behind his arm here. So that's all we can kind of see of his head. Forgot the ear lines here. Letter J. Okay, so that's Ichigo's head, half of it. Maybe some texture lines just on his fringe here. Sometimes there is anyway. Because they cover his mouth with his arm, so we will draw his arm. So a forearm, in my opinion, is like shaped kind of like a bowling pin. So say the elbow, kind of, they do it kind of square here. And then this bowling pin forearm shape, right? So it goes, it's real wide at the base. And then it gets real skinny as it goes towards the wrist. You got like a little wrist bump here. Right on the other side. Very thin now at the top. As it joins his hand up here, which is holding the sword. So there is some like muscle fiber lines and stuff in here. And like his wrist bones and all that stuff. Right, so he's got very loose fitting sort of Shinigami sleeves, right? So this goes very loose, sort of wavy shape. It seems to disappear underneath his armpit. Yes, we'll go under here somewhere. There's like these folding lines just there. And then the side of his body bumps down that way. Now there's lots of detail and stuff inside here, but we'll just sort of get the main shapes in first. Can't see the other part of his body. We can see, let's say, the side body. There's another hand here, another blade. That's the best way. So we get in this V. Let's say here, just for where his chest is, just so we get that lined up, right? You got like clothing in here. So there's a little sort of white section. And you can see just like the line for his chest, his collarbones, and then maybe some like neck muscles. In there, okay? Right, so I'll just finish the details in here. So we got this wavy. Is that the inside or the outside? That's the inside. Wavy sort of inside of that sleeve. And then there's a black line that just follows that. Just around it to there, and you could have like, you're looking like into his sleeve, so there's like wrinkles and clothing lines and stuff all in here. So it's all very wavy and foldy. And I think there's a gap in his armpit. So I guess there's no other way of doing it rather than dealing with this, right? So we'll go with this hand, right? So the blade sort of comes out from the hand here, and I guess we can draw the whole sort of hand just to get us, and the handle comes over this line, but we'll just draw it in And we got like knuckles bent over here, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your middle finger knuckle always sticks out the furthest. You know, if you did this, see? It's always like curves up and down. This one sticks out the furthest as well if you do that, see? So that's his middle finger knuckle. And the thumb then, just in there, right? And then each of these fingers, little finger. Now hands can be quite a challenge, so good rule of thumb is your fingers have sort of 3 segments. So we can just see kind of the top 2, like so. And then like so. Right, and then palm of the hand. Like there, and then fingernails. Kind of like that, right? So the handle of the blade goes up that way. And this big sort of sword comes down here. So I'll go down first because it comes from behind the thumb. It's kind of easier to get that in first. Then a bit of a V. That way. And then this comes down like so. And then this goes the whole way down like so. Right, so that's like the outside shape. And then the top of the handle, I think it'll go off my page. It's pretty long. You could stop it here, but I'll just stay true to the picture. And of course, this line would be erased. And then it has all these bandage sort of, well, we could use that as a bandage. Well, no, I'll erase it. Because it just does look like his hand. Okay, and then some just sort of here. And then it seems like there's like little edge lines on these. Right, and then the inside of the sword. That's like a gap in it. And then I think there's edge, like the sharp part of the blade is like here. Very thin. You just follow on the edge. Kind of like that. Right. First sword done. His other arm is coming out from behind this. Right. So you do another sort of bowling pin sort of shape again, coming out from here, right? So wide on top. It's like a vase or a bowling pin. And Bleach characters are like super, like long limbed. So it gets quite skinny up the top. Right, and then there's a little wrist bump. And we'll go with sort of some musculature here. There's like wrist bones. And the other one hasn't quite grabbed the blade. So it's like open fingered. So it comes up and the blade kind of comes out here, but it's kind of easier just to draw the whole hand. So first knuckle. Second. and around the top, right? So each one of these fingers has 3 segments, 3 little bumps. See that? You go around again. 1, 2, 3. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. I think they add like something like this to the last one. And I can't see what's happening with the hand here, but I'm gonna guess we go around. Like that, kinda. And then the palm of his hand comes out. Like that. I think there's like some hand lines and stuff. But the handle of the sword is here, right? He's got a little armor thing there. With like some crisscross textures on it. And then this other handle. So again, we'll draw over the hand and erase afterwards. So we'll go this way. Right, and then it sort of curves at the top. And then it goes down. And then kind of bends down this way. So his hand's just like about to grab it, and then it goes down sort of behind that armor. And then it has an inside. And again, you'll erase anything that shouldn't be seen underneath this. So like his fingers like in here. Right, and this will have sort of an edge to it. And there is a white wrapping again around all this. So, but you do that when you erase. Okay. Or color over, you could just color over. It's up to you. Right, so you got like this bumpy part to his waist down here. Right, so this is all sort of texture lines and stuff all down here. And then this X along his, he's like an X-Man. Where does that one go? It comes up this way, down. Does it come under his sleeve? It probably does. There's like some fold lines here. And then, so there's another piece of armor in here. And this X looks like it's has an edge, like a 3-dimensional side. So just like a little light edge line coming around it. And then there's more armor sort of stuff in here. So the collar of it comes up. And it's like, it's this thing, it's like red and white. So it goes like that way. And it has this white sort of zigzag pattern inside. Maybe like some edge lines to this. And then like a sort of a turtle shell, sort of crisscross sort of thing going on. In there. And then we can see bumpy, wavy sleeve lines Just coming up his arm here. It's like his bicep would be in there. And then this big wavy sleeve. No, I'm just doing that kind of randomly because it's just pointy at the end and kind of wavy. That's the only thing you really need to know about it. And then it's got a white edge. Like so. You can see a bit of his elbow in here, I think. And then the sleeve goes that way. And again, just have to erase some stuff. But is that it? Anything else am I missing? Oh, it's another line here. Maybe some like hand lines just there. But I think I got it all. Ichigo, 1000-Year Blood War. 2 swords. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.